morning, danglers. So today is that super time of month where I get my monthly Super K jigs. So we're gonna go over everything I got this month. I'm gonna go over what I chose and why I chose it. We're gonna go over what was extra, and we're gonna get to that Super K jig slam challenge. All right, let's get right into this, guys. Let's dump these bad boys out. All right, so we're gonna start off with the 1/4 ounce imitator swim jig. Now, you guys have heard me talk about this jig quite a bit, but unfortunately you've also have seen me lose a lot of these. We are on 4. Let's not make it 5. So yeah, this is one of probably their best swim jigs they have. This color combination here is just perfect. You got those white strands, a little bit of black, purple, and my favorite part are these nice bright pink strands in the middle here. Again, you got that awesome bait keeper there, and the head I would consider kind of like a June buggy kind of color. So I think this would be one of the first ones I tie on. Good Lord, I'm not awake. 6:05, guys, bear with me. AM. I got 3 rods, so I'll be having 3 of these guys tied on at a time. And again, goal is to catch at least 1 fish on every one of these jigs. Yeah, so with that one, again, I bought that one, I chose that one because of the color combination there, and I'm on 4 loss, so I kind of have to make up for that. All right, next up, we got a Seahorse jig in the 3/8 ounce weight. 3/8 ounce weight in the camouflage color. So I really like these Seahorse jigs. They're, in my opinion, kind of a universal jig. The way the head's designed, you can work it as like a football head, a swim jig, you can even skip it. I love the design of this. So you kind of got those camouflage colors, hence the name camouflage. Okay, so we got those darker greens, kind of like green pumpkin, black flakes going out through those darker green strands. We got some browns, a little bit, let's say kind of like a darker orange color there. That is pretty. I apologize for the lighting. Again, it is now 6 after 6, and we are, I believe, in for an overcast kind of day. I'm hoping the rain holds out. All right. Well, not sure what other ones I'm tying on first yet. We'll put that one aside. Next up, we got a swim jig in the 1/4 ounce weight, and this one's in the antique shad. So I was actually having a lot of luck with the crappie swim jig. So I figured, since that was working, excuse me, this one should work just as well. Just a little bit brighter, a little more white. And you got those darker, I don't know, this is kind of like a grayish blue color in the front there. I like the clear weed guard and that bright white head. So again, very similar to the crappie swim jig, but my thought process with this one is this might replicate a shad or a minnow a little better. All right, so that's that. Keep these guys together here. All right, and for my 4th jig that I chose, we got a river bug in the 3/8 ounce weight in the reverse crawl color. So if you haven't guessed, I got this guy for the river. I will actually be hitting the river as well today. But this guy I think is going to work beautifully for some smallies. So you got those orange, bright orange on the outside, and then it kind of gets a little bit darker as you go into the jig. Hence the name reverse crawl. Usually it's, I guess, the other way around. And as you'll notice, this has got a little bit of a smaller hook. So it's definitely, I think, designed for smallies, in my opinion. You got a little bit of a smaller hook. And I may actually, with this particular weed guard, I may actually trim this down. But yeah, other than that, guys, that is pretty. All right. Let's see. So that is it for the jigs that I chose. Now we're going to move on to the stuff that was sent extra to me. Let's see, let's start with something new, something I have not tried yet by Super K Jigs. And that is the Hatchet Head 5/16 ounce Swimbait head. So they sent me a bunch of different colors, so let's pull out kind of copper color guy. Big fan of this kind of color here. You got those bright red eyes. Got the awesome bait keeper here. So you got all those ridges. That's going to hold that soft plastic on really nicely. And I really like where the placement is of the eyelet. So I actually have some Strike King Rage Swimmers that I picked up from Not Just Flies here in Blairstown, New Jersey. And I think I'm going to rig these guys up with this. I'm not sure. I might use the black one that I got for these guys. So yeah, that's going to be cool. I heard a beep. What was it? My imagination. Okay, so that's that. Next up, we got another swim jig. This is in the 3/8 ounce. So it is a little bigger than my normal swim jig. But it is in the River Blast color. So again, pointing out the obvious, you're definitely going to be trying this in the river. And I actually might use these same swim bait bodies with this guy. So that is pretty. You got those bright blues with the black flakes. So you got the darker blue kind of in the front there and going into a lighter blue towards the middle. Good old bait keeper there. And I like that kind of nickel, this nickel color head here. Definitely I wouldn't say silver, it's a little darker. I'm going to say nickel. I do like that combo. We guard perfect. All right. I'm going to stick you back in there for now. And then last but not least, I think probably my favorite thing that I've gotten this month. It is a spinnerbait. It is in the Dahler sign. D-A-H-L-E-R sign. So that is pretty cool. And what I noticed about this right off the bat, guys, and this will actually be one of the first three that I tie on. Maybe it's just me, but this particular spinnerbait, it is in the 1/2 ounce weight. So it is a little on the heavier side, but that is perfectly fine by me. I do not have any heavier spinnerbaits in my arsenal. But what I like about this is, one, the color. So you got those dark purples with the like bright bluish green flakes, and then you got some, guys, I wish the lighting was better for you guys here. Those silvers that kind of come through, those grays. I love that color combination. I like the head with that black, silver, and red there. But the big thing for me was the blades. So I'm a big fan of combination, like Colorado and Willow, not just Colorado or just Willow. I like both. I like the purple Colorado in the front, and then we got this Willow. Now, what I noticed is this Willow blade in particular, the way it's bent up here is very similar to your average spinner. The spinners you see most people throwing in the rivers for trout. That's what this reminds me of, and it's totally different than what I'm used to. So I am super stoked to see what the action is like on this bad boy. So yeah, this is gonna be one of the first 3 things I tie on. All right, so that is it for everything I got for this month from Super K Jigs. Once again, it was super. But with that being said, guys, enough gum flap. Let's get tied up and let's get to dangling. All right, so first thing I'm gonna try is that swim bait head that I got, or one of those swim bait heads, I should say. I picked the, I guess you consider this black color here, and it is paired with a G-Crack 3.5-inch Gyrostar swim bait body. And I believe that's the IU color. Not 100% sure. But let's give this bad boy a try and see what we can't do. We are actually at Blair Lake. Figured I'll work the lake and even the bottom of the falls here, because as you guys, or I should say, if you haven't seen already, if you go check out my Instagram page, you'll see I did catch a nice smallie. Unfortunately, I lost the photo, but I also caught a nice largie at the bottom of the falls here. And those fish were the biggest bass I've ever seen come out of the bottom of this waterfalls, and I've been fishing this waterfall for 20 years. So if that don't tell you something about Super K Jigs, I really don't know what will. So let's try to show you some more. There we go. Ah, there's the pickerel. I've been looking for you. Oh, don't cut me off. Easy does it. Easy does it. Easy does it. Wear yourself out. You got that thing all up in your mouth. All up in there. Haha, you are a fat boy. Woo. Yeah. Aggressive too. I like it. Yeah, buddy. Super K Jigs. Woo! Catching the pickerel. The slimy. The slimy of slimest. Slime darts. That's a nice size one too, guys. So that is one checked off the list. Sweet, that good old Super K G-Crack combo does the trick once again. So it's one down. It is time for that imitator. Alright, so I'm not seeing any more action up at the lake, unfortunately. So I figured I'd move my way down to the waterfall. After the waterfall, I'm going to continue to work the Pawnskill River. Yeah, buddy. There we go, 2 down. All right, so I think I'm actually gonna try that spinnerbait over here with that G-Crack bellows gill. See what that does. Yeah, look at that. 3 down. That's so chunky. All right, so the swim bait head, the imitator swim jig, and the Da for signed spinnerbait is now checked off. I think the next 3 are going to be the antique shad, the river bug, and I don't know. We'll figure it out. All right, so we have made it to the river. I am at one of my more common spots that you have seen me fish. I have pulled some nice smallies out of this spot, along with a little largie actually as of recently. So first thing I'm going to try is that river bug. speaking of little largies, woo, quick release. Whenever you're done. And the largies in the river a little more long, I think. All right. So that is the imitator, the $sign spinnerbait, the river bug, the Swimbait head. So we are at 4. We are already knocked off 4 of the 7 baits that I got. So we are off to a great start and we are on a roll. So let's keep going. I think the next thing I'm going to try is that antique shad. All right, so I'm not seeing too much action on the antique shad in this spot, so I figured I'd switch it up a little bit and tie on that Seahorse camouflage. So I got this bad boy paired with, of course, another G-Crack product. This time it is the Spyrin in the green pumpkin color. So I think this is a beautiful combination. Let's give this bad boy a whirl. All right, so unfortunately, it seems as if the bluegill have come out to play. So I'm switching spots. Figured I'd hit the waterfall. Almost get run over by a car. And yeah, maybe call it a day after that. Nah, I'm just kidding. We're gonna work this waterfall. Try to work the foam that likes to collect over here. Hopefully the bluegill will leave me alone because it kept stealing my Spyrin tails. And it just looks like a little nubby thing kind of floating around in the water. All right, let's see what's hanging around over here. All right, so we're going to throw that antique shad first over here. First cast. And it's a nice one. Whoa! Yo! That's a friggin' snakehead! Woo! Ho ho ho! Oh man! Okay. I'm not even really sure what to do here. I have never caught one before. And it's in your eyeball. Got your eyeball, dude. That is my first snakehead, guys. This is the first snakehead I've ever seen come out of this river in 20 years. Woo! Been hearing a lot about him. I don't even know, I'm not even sure what I'm supposed to do here, but I'm just gonna let him go. He's a little bloodied up. I tried. Yes! Alright guys, so what does that tell you? Pickerel, smallmouth, largemouth, and snakehead. Super K jigs, baby. Let's keep going. Alright, let's try that River Blast swim jig. And I got this bad boy paired with that Rage swimmer that I had paired on the imitator swim jig. So we're gonna try this bad boy and see what other surprises we might find in here today. things I do. I guess while I'm over here, it was meant to be. It was meant to be. Woo! Nice smallie. Yeah. All right, so me getting snagged was all worth it. All right, so we are now down to that Seahorse jig. We are just kicking some bass today, along with snakehead and pickerel. Woo! This has probably been, no, what am I talking about? This is the coolest and most successful slam challenge I have done since starting my, I guess you could say my YouTube journey with fishing. Oh, I love this river. All right, so we're going to pack it up over here and we're going to, I think, head over to that secret spot. We're gonna work that secret spot with that Seahorse and I think we're gonna complete it, guys. So I'm just gonna stop flapping my gums and we're gonna move on. All right, danglers, so we have made it to the secret spot and we are on our last jig, and that is the Seahorse in that camouflage color. This time I got it paired with, of course, another G-Crack product, another bellows gill in the 3.8 inch size, but this time it is in the green pumpkin chartreuse color. So let's see what kind of big old biggins we can pull out with this guy. There we go. Oh, that's a nice fish too. Gee, fought like a nice fish. I mean, it's a nice chunk, but that thing took it and ran. He fought like a fiver. All right, guys. So that is it. First slam challenge complete in general. But more importantly, it is the first Super K Jigs slam challenge completed. Not only did we catch some bass, but we caught pickerel and my first ever snakehead. I don't know, I'm still pretty excited and I kind of want to keep going, but I do got some other things I got to do. Got a lot of editing to catch up on, so I'm going to get started with that, and I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, drop some comments, hit that like button, and don't forget to go visit superkjigs.com and use my code DANGLE10 to get 10% off your order. Alright guys, along with my Super K Jigs, we'll catch you later. Hey.